I couldn't sit still that day. I was like this after I got a call from the delivery man in the morning. So I just paced around the living room all day, unable to sit down. It's here!
본인 맞으신가요? 이름이...
Eri, it's me. Thank you. Wow, it's big. It's a bit wet. But it's just the box, so I hope it's okay. I quickly opened the box. My hands almost slipped because I was so excited. When I finally opened the box, I couldn't help but exclaim. I couldn't bear to touch it, so I just looked at it. But it still made my heart full. In the middle of the box was a lovely boy. He had tiny hands and feet and looked a bit shy. Man, these mail-order boy toys certainly are getting smaller. I couldn't help but grin ear to ear at seeing such an adorable doll. But I was bothered that Yeonho was wrapped in a dirty cloth. How harsh. I mumbled while looking at the cloth. I was a bit worried from the start when the pictures on the auction site were a bit clumsy and careless. But as expected, the packaging was horrible too. How could she pack him like this? What if it gets damaged on the way? Oh my God, look at the dust in the box. How long was he in it? As I carefully took Yeonho out, I found heaps of dust in the box. As I held him up, the cloud of dust spread around. I waved my arms to get rid of the hovering dust, and quickly wiped my hands on my clothes. After I cleaned my hands, I stroked the tangled hair. Hi. I excitedly said my first hello. Yeonho's small body was held in my arms. I almost sensed sadness from him the way he was wrapped in a dirty cloth. Is he nervous since he was sold away? I stroked his hair more so he wouldn't feel nervous. Nice to meet you, Yeonho. I held Yeonho tight amidst all the dust in the air. My arms wrapped his tiny body. I hope he feels my sincerity. I hope he considers my home his. Yeonho, I'll create a warm home for you. I thought I felt warmth from his body in my arms.
마스터, 일어나세요. 마스터, 마스터.
Ugh! As soon as I opened my eyes, Yeonho's face filled my sight. I ended up screaming at how close his face was to mine. Well, that's not that bad of an appearance to wake up to. At least it's not a horse's head. Yeonho abruptly backed away.
놀라셨어요? 죄송해요.
Josh, you scared me.
오늘은 좀 다른 방법으로 깨워볼까 생각했어요. 보통은 마스터를 흔들어서 깨우곤 했는데 맨날 같은 방식으로 깨우면 질리잖아요.
My heart was still beating fast, but Yeonho grinned innocently. Still, thanks to that smile, I relaxed again. Waking me up in a different way. He can be quite the oddball sometimes. So many texts again, I said while checking my smartphone as usual. Just FYI, this chapter is called Obsession. I'm not sure if that is a good sign. Probably isn't. I checked the time and the last text came about an hour before. He wasn't in my room for the past hour, was he? Nah, no way. Thanks for waking me up.
아니에요. 전 오히려 마스터의 얼굴을 오래 볼 수 있어서 좋았어요.
What is it with people always liking to watch someone sleeping? I try to think what I look like when I'm sleeping. Probably face relaxed, maybe slack jawed, maybe drooling a bit. I don't know, what does it matter? And when my face was about to get red at how hideous I look right now, the door opened.
알았어. 지금 들어간다고. 야, 연호. 너는 아까 깨우러 들어가서는 왜 아직도 안 나오는 거야? 너 때문에 총사령관이 잔소리를 시작하잖아. 일어났네?
Hey, Red.
뭐야? 난 연호가 한참이나 안 나오길래 네 험한 잠버릇에 연호가 발차기라도 맞은 줄 알았지.
What's with that pause? As I prepared to throw a huge pillow at Red, he stopped talking. Okay. No idea why you'd throw a pillow at him. He never knows how to talk nicely, does he? Why are you yelling at him for that? You should yell at Lance for that. I grinned at Red, trying to avoid my attack. I become one with the bed in my elegant sleep. What are you talking about?
네, 그렇습죠.
He should have behaved from the start. I don't see what the not behaving was, but okay. Seeing us bicker from the side, Yeonho hurriedly pointed at the clock.
마스터, 서두르세요. 진짜 지각할 것 같아요.
I looked at the clock. What? It's 8:20. I jumped up from my bed. You're right. Okay, I'll be out. Yeonho and Red left, and I packed everything in a hurry. For today, a textbook, pencil case... Where did I put my jacket? I fervently looked for my jacket, but it wasn't anywhere. Let's just go out first. When I went to the living room, the boys were almost finished with their breakfast.
아침부터 천둥소리가 요란하구만. 이런 날은 집에서 쉬고 싶은데 출근하지 말까?
비가 온다고 출근을 안 하는 교사라니 참 당신다운 발상이네요. 직업 윤리가 투철하군요.
Oh, screw you, Lance. My mother, a few years ago, had a really bad fall on ice and snow, and, long story, lots of medical problems with that. And now she gets nervous when there's snow and ice outside. She's just psychologically afraid of falling in. She still goes to work, but it does require a certain amount of determination to do that. So, I know you're making fun of Yuri here, but some people do have issues like that, Lance. I'm starting to like you less and less.
고마워.
칭찬이 아닙니다.
일기예보를 보니까 오후에는 비가 그칠 거라고 하는데 그래도 우산은 챙겨야겠지?
오후 언제쯤이래? 망했다. 점심시간에 애들이랑 축구하기로 했는데.
마스터, 드세요.
Everyone was worrying about the weather, but Yeonho didn't seem to care. Yeonho put a rabbit-shaped fried egg on a toast and gave it to me. I get to eat more bunnies. After giving me a plate, Yeonho sat next to me and pulled a chair right beside me. That's what he would do when sitting next to you anyway. I feel he's a bit too close. Thanks. I woke up late, so the food is supposed to be cold. But the toast is still hot. Did you heat it up? Or maybe he made a new slice. I mean, a toast doesn't take that long. The fried egg was hot as if it had been done just now.
네, 전자레인지에 살짝 돌렸어요. 마스터 마음에 들지 않으면 새로 만들어 드릴게요.
No, thanks for caring. It looks so good.
자, 여기 물도 있어요. 아, 옷에 묻을지도 모르겠다. 냅킨 가져올까요?
Oh no, water will get on my clothes. I mean, with something like juice or cola, I would understand because, you know, it's sticky and it can stain. But water? Water will just be wet for a bit and then it'll dry and nothing. Every time he talked, he leaned closer. This is a bit uncomfortable.
아, 마스터는 먹는 모습도 예뻐요.
Yeonho. I put my toast back on the plate.
아, 목이 마르신가요? 아, 여기 물 있어요.
병아리는 오늘도 삐약삐약거리는군. 보고 있으면 마음이 따뜻해지긴 하지만 그래도 적당히 하지 그래. 그러다 우리 자기가 뚫어지겠어.
맞아. 그렇게 붙어서 종알종알거리면 이 녀석이 편하게 먹을 수가 없잖아, 옐로우.
제가 종알종알 거렸나요?
정확히 말하자면 그녀가 제대로 식사를 할 수 없을 정도로 지나치게 상체를 바싹 붙이고 계속 말을 걸고 있죠.
Yeonho was surprised at what everyone pointed out.
죄송해요, 마스터. 불편하셨을 줄은.
Oh, well... Yeonho backed away a bit. He was still close, but it was much better. I did feel uncomfortable, so I didn't disagree with Lance.
노파심일 수도 있습니다만 너무 그렇게 붙어있으면 오해를 살지도 모릅니다. 특히 아카데미에서는요. 요즘 연호, 당신의 평판이 조금 걱정스럽습니다. 물론 일부러 들으려고 들은 것은 아닙니다만. 그리고 제가 관여할 바도 아니지만 말입니다.
I just decided to give my opinion about this, although it's none of my business. Hypocrite. Lance pointed out what Yeonho did and warned him. What Lance said was all true. Yeonho was always by my side these days, so most girls stopped approaching him. That's good. They were not going to talk good things about him after he rejected them. Why should we care?
좋은 지적이야. 그러니까 자기도 이 꼬맹이의 어리광을 다 받아주는 건 별로 좋지 않아. 어느 쪽을 위해서든 좋지 않지.
유리, 무슨 말을 그렇게 해요?
To whom?
란스도 그래요. 난 마스터만 행복하다면 내 평판 같은 건 상관없으니까 괜찮아요. 마스터만 날 좋아해주면 모든 게 다 괜찮다고요. 물론 여러분은 이해하지 못하겠죠. 지금도 제가 마스터에게 너무 어리광 부린다고 생각하고 있잖아요.
But you're so adorable. You can't be anything but a baby.
하지만 그건 다 질투라는 걸 알아요. 마스터가 저를 제일 좋아하니까 질투하는 건 이해하지만.
Tae, who was listening silently, suddenly sighed. Yeonho stopped talking and looked at Tae. Suddenly, the table got quiet.
야, 갑자기 분위기가 왜 이래?
No one seemed to want to settle the situation. Everyone just looks at Yeonho silently. But Yeonho didn't stop being defensive.
마스터, 제가 불편하세요?
Only if you are a little too close at times, but I'm sure we can find a good middle ground where we can be together without you feeling like you're smothering me. Every morning I get several texts, and if I don't wake up, he comes to wake me. And every morning I get unnecessarily well-prepared breakfast plates. We always eat together at the academy, and during every recess he comes and sits beside me. Really, throughout the whole day, we're always together. I know Yeonho's been behaving more like a bae these days. How do you behave like a bae? But I also know that that is the only way for a child to show affection. I thought children did it by teasing girls. At least that's what I remember from my own childhood. The little parts that I remember. So I'm hesitant to blame Yeonho for it. I've always received things from Yeonho. I couldn't do anything, just clutch my cluttered head. The boys looked worried, noticing my troubles.
분위기 참 묘하군.
I wouldn't use weird, I'd use awkward.
이런 이상한 분위기는 적응 안 된다고. 자자, 다른 얘기하자. 맞아. 이제 곧 있으면 축제잖아.
But first it is exams. Yeah, it is.
나 이번 축제에 연극을 하기로 했어.
A play?
그래. 그것도 내가 맡은 역은 다름 아닌 정의의 용사 역이야. 연극부에서 이 몸을 직접 캐스팅하러 오셨다 이 말이야.
Red got excited and started talking about the drama club. A justice warrior? Really?
부장이 특수 촬영물을 좋아하거든.
There are a lot of weird people in this world. You're one to talk.
내가 아니면 안 된다고 했어.
A warrior of justice. It was the exact concept Red was pleased with. Good! I'm happy you met someone who gets you. And Lance, what are you doing? You're in the student government. Soy is in the government too, since she's class president. She's going to be conducting the festival, so will Lance be doing that too? Soy's a festival conductor. Are you one too? First you narrate it and then you ask it. Pick one.
그 여자는 회의 시간에 거울밖에 안 보더군요.
I could picture what Soy did, so I laughed sheepishly. Soy would never actually participate in the meeting.
저는 먼저 일어나죠.
란스 너도 버스 타고 가지? 그럼 연호랑 같이 가지 그래?
Yeonho wants to be with the master.
괜찮습니다. 연호까지 같이 간다면 버스 안이 혼잡해질 테니까요.
Of course, Lance wasn't wrong. The bus was already a war zone with just Lance in it. And if Yeonho goes with him, the bus might explode. After Yeonho suggested we take the bus when we went to the amusement park, I've been taking the bus. It's a bit uncomfortable, but I felt better than when I took the limo. It's so comfortable not having to fight through the crowd every morning. And thanks to that, people aren't misunderstanding as much. You didn't even mention there being a misunderstanding to begin with, so we can't really take your word here.
요즘엔 별로 안 그래요. 제 주위에 예전보다는 사람이 안 모이거든요. 덕분에 마스터랑 교실까지 같이 갈 수 있어요. 하지만 마스터가 준비하려면 시간이 좀 더 걸릴 것 같으니 란스 먼저 가세요.
Oh, I'm almost ready. I just need my jacket. I looked around for my jacket. I didn't find it in my room earlier, and it's not in the kitchen either. Is it in the hamper? I stood up to look for it, but Yeonho pulled at my clothes.
아니요, 마스터. 시간표도 한 번 더 확인하고 준비물도 다시 체크해야죠. 아, 그리고 신발끈이 풀렸던데 제가 묶게 해줄 거죠?
He'll tie my shoelaces?
란스, 먼저 가요. 란스는 바쁘잖아요.
먼저 가도록 하죠.
Oh, really?
그렇대요.
It would have been nice to go together. It would have still been a huge crowd because Lance was there. I failed to see why this would have been better.
나도 먼저 일어날게. 우리 자기를 병아리에게 빼앗겨버려서 시끄러운 레드랑 재수없는 테이와 매일 등교하게 되었군.
Apparently Tay has been replaced with a guy named Ted. Must be Red's twin or something.
밑에 차를 대기시켜 놓을 테니 얼른 내려와. 조금이라도 늦으면 그냥 가버릴 거야.
상냥한 걸 유리? 새삼 반하겠어?
마음에도 없는 소리 하지 마시지.
정확하게 맞췄네.
He was smiling, but Tay didn't seem so pleased either.
종사령관, 나는 준비 끝났어.
올 때 비 조심하도록 해. 병아리나 너나 둘 다 별로 건강한 체질이 아니잖아. 오늘 음악 수업은 없나? 그럼 나중에 보도록 하지, 자기.
Everyone took an umbrella. Oh good, then we won't have to worry about them getting wet potentially. Oh, the horror.
그런데 우산이 하나밖에 안 남았군.
Oh no, Yeonho and I will have to share. How terrible. Oh, what should we do? First world problems. It was just Yeonho and me left.
제가 마스터랑 같은 우산 쓰고 갈게요. 걱정 마세요.
Oh, well, I guess that will do. The girls will give us looks, but it'll be better than one of us getting caught in the rain. Don't you have, raincoats? Or ponchos? I don't know. Are umbrellas the only thing that exists in Korea to prevent someone from getting wet in the rain?
같은 우산을 쓰겠다니 너희 둘 다 초등학생이 아니라고. 게다가 저 우산은 작잖아.
안 되겠다. 자, 이거 받아. 난 비 맞아도 괜찮아.
Tay handed me the umbrella. And there's a blank space here again. Blank space, please insert name. Yeonho smacked away Tay's umbrella.
저는 마스터랑 같은 우산을 쓰고 가면 된다니까요.
연호,
I was surprised to see Yeonho overreact like that.
마스터랑 같은 우산을 쓰게 되는 게 질투나는 거죠, 테이?
오해하지 마. 연호가 싫다면 알겠어. 그래도 필요하면 연락해. 그친다곤 했지만 그 전까지는 비가 꽤 많이 올 것 같으니까 말이야.
I think Yeonho is really overreacting. Yeonho noticed my face falling and he tried to coax me with his downcast voice.
마스터랑 같은 우산을 쓰고 가고 싶어요. 안 되나요? 마스터가 젖지 않도록 신경 쓸게요.
Okay, all right. As soon as I gave in, Yeonho immediately loosened his serious face. That was a serious face? It looked like a pouting face.
내 눈에는 뭔가 잘못돼 가고 있는 것 같은데. 안 그래, 총사령관?
글쎄,
Tate made an inscrutable face and left the house. After Tay and Red left, I took the umbrella and came out too. The umbrella's small. Are you sure about this?
제가 우산 들고 있을게요. 이리 주세요.
The road was completely drowned in water. I carefully walk under the umbrella with Yeonho. Will the rain really stop in the afternoon?
그러게요. 되도록 저녁에는 그쳤으면 좋겠는데.
I agreed with Yeonho. The bus on a rainy day is such a drag. The wet umbrellas brush our clothes and the floor is slippery. Oh boy, I should have taken the limo after all. It's already raining, so there's nothing we can do, but I hope it stops when we're coming back.
마스터, 옷이 젖겠어요.
Oh no, how terrible. Your shoulder is already pretty wet.
저는 괜찮으니까 이쪽으로 좀 더 오세요.
I'm fine. Yeonho leaned the umbrella to my side and came closer to me. The space on the umbrella was tight as it is, but now it was too tight. This is too close.
마스터, 마스터는 걱정하지 마세요.
I will protect you from the terrible, terrible enemy that is the rain. Huh? What? The bus? The rain?
전부 다요.
Okay, thanks. I couldn't really understand what he said, but I nodded. Just smile and nod. It will solve all problems in the world. Nowadays, nothing worries me more than Yeonho. Ever since I felt him change bit by bit, I couldn't stop worrying. Today, I see that other kids have noticed something weird too. Seeing my face fall, Yeonho looked serious too.
마스터는 하나도 걱정하지 않아도 돼요. 마스터는 나만 바라봐주면 돼요.
I couldn't hear the last thing Yeonho said because of the bus. No, the bus is here. Run, Yeonho! We folded the umbrella and ran towards the bus. We'll really be late if we don't catch this bus.
물론 다 함께 있어도 즐겁지만 그렇게 되면 마스터가 나만 봐주지 않으니까 내가 밀려나 버리니까 그건 싫어.
Would you please stop mumbling and then just properly talk?
연우야, 지금 오는 거야? 어머, 어깨가 많이 젖었네. 우산 안 쓰고 왔어?
No, see, he had an umbrella, but he purposefully held it in a way so that only his shoulder got wet in the rain.
아니, 여기 앉으세요.
Yeonho pulled out my chair for me. The girls who were worrying about him stared at me. They didn't look so happy.
오늘은 제가 무슨 도시락 가져왔게요?
Rabbit-shaped fried eggs?
저기, 연우야.
요즘 요리를 열심히 하다 보니까 재미있는 레시피를 많이 발견했는데요.
야, 연우한테 말 걸지 마. 어차피 대답도 안 해주잖아.
I feel so uncomfortable. Did Yeonho not hear those girls just now? It's called ignoring. Yeonho is still clinging by my side as if nothing happened. After seeing that the girls didn't look so happy. Yeonho, the others said hi.
네? 아, 안녕하세요.
The girls' expressions hardened and they went back to their seats. After they went back, they took a glimpse our way and talked among themselves. I remembered Lance saying people weren't saying nice things about Yeonho, and I felt uneasy. Oh, they're not saying nice things. Oh, a round of sympathy. I looked at Yeonho with worry.
있잖아요. 아까 버스에서 하다만 이야기 말인데요. 어제 요리 프로그램을 봤는데 양파를 동그랗게 잘라서 테두리로 쓰면 예쁜 계란 후라이를 만들 수가 있대요.
Or you could get like a cookie cutout shape. Yeonho,
네?
are you alright? Is it okay with treating the girls who were his friends like that? They weren't his friends, they were fans who didn't know what personal space was. So ignoring them is actually teaching them a lesson. Hopefully.
네? 뭐가요?
Does he really not know? He looked so innocent. I felt like I had to tell him something. But I shouldn't talk now since all the other kids are staring at us. I ended up not saying anything, aware of all the looks. Even during class, Yeonho sat by me and constantly looked at me. No, it wasn't just looking. He didn't care about the classes at all and just stared at me. The teacher called him eventually, but Yeonho didn't answer. I ended up apologizing and somehow made it slide, but I couldn't forget the suddenly cold atmosphere. The boring classes are all over. I look by my side, but Yeonho isn't there. He must have gone to the bathroom. I want to go home and rest. All the teachers talked about the exam, so I had to focus today. Am I more exhausted because of that? I massaged my stiff shoulders. Oh, back massage sounds so pleasant right now. I can really feel that the exams are coming now.
친구요.
Oh, Soy. Soy sat at Yeonho's empty seat and called me. Shinbi followed and sat on the desk. Although we're in the same class, I feel like I haven't seen her in a while. It's probably because Yeonho never leaves my side. These days, from the moment I enter class and leave, he's always beside me.
이제야 대화다운 대화를 하는군. 병아리는 잠시 화장실 간 건가? 그나저나 대체 어떻게 된 거야?
응?
병아리 말이야. 널 잘 따르는 건 알고 있었지만 요즘 유독 심하잖아. 게다가 오늘은 정말 1초도 아깝다는 듯이 붙어있고 말이야. 쉬는 시간에도 네 옆에 꼭 붙어있는 통에 말도 못 걸었네.
병아리 엄마가 된 것 같아.
Well, that's why you call him Chick, don't you? I laughed awkwardly at Jinbi's sharp words. That's,
계속 이런 식이면 정말 곤란해질걸? 너도 병아리도 말이야.
How?
너는 반 여자애들의 미움을 한 몸에 받을 거고 병아리의 평판도 바닥으로 떨어질 거야. 아무리 그래도 기본적인 매너는 지켜야 하잖아.
Oh my god, who cares about the motherfucking reputation and if the girls dislike her? Up to now, they never did anything. Oh my god, a minor push, but she didn't fall down stone steps or anything like that. I worried about the same thing, so I couldn't say anything. Well, you could say that you agree with them and that you're not sure how you're supposed to tell Yeonho what he should be improving. I don't want those things to happen. There really is a problem with how Yeonho treats everyone except me. I don't want people to hate me, but I'm more worried for Yeonho. I really don't want him to build a wall around himself. How should I explain this to Yeonho? Well, I don't think it'll be any use even if I explain it to him. You really need to change that mindset, Eri. Conversations with Yeonho don't go so well these days. I feel like he's focused on something else all the time.
도대체 무슨 일이 있었던 거야? 짐작 가는 거 없어?
I guess, I'm not sure, but his attitude changed drastically at some point. It's probably when we looked at the fairy tale book and I told him about the amusement park. And Yeonho's attitude really changed when we went to the amusement park together. He always followed me, but ever since that day he seemed to care about me more. Nothing strange happened except that I got sick after riding the roller coaster.
요즘 병아리가 너한테 너무 집착하는 것 같아. 그런 건 좋지 않아. 보아니 뭔가 신경 쓰는 게 있는 모양인데.
Yeah?
뭐 그것도 아니면 본인이 집착하고 있다는 자각이 없을 수도 있지.
I don't quite understand Shinbi's words.
아무튼 무슨 일인지는 모르겠지만 조심해. 괜히 연호 때문에 너까지 피해보는 일은 없어야지.
Okay, but he's not a bad person.
그건 알고 있어. 하지만 너한테 피해를 가게 한다면 아무리 귀여워도 용서할 순 없지.
I wasn't the only one thinking Yeonho was weird. Besides, Sai and Shinbi are worrying about me and not Yeonho. I can't just blindly take Yeonho's side. I decided to be a bit more honest. With Yeonho or with them? Actually, I think Yeonho doesn't like to mix with other people these days. I don't know why, but I don't think it's good. Isn't there a way? I want Yeonho to hang out with other people like he used to. He didn't seem to enjoy that contact, so why would you put him into that situation again?
그러려면 일단 좀 거리를 유지하는 게 나을지도 몰라.
Oh, sure, I'll just move out of my house or something. You think?
그럼 좋은 생각이 있어. 조금 있으면 시험이잖아. 그래서 오늘 반줄에 가서 단체로 스터디를 할까 하거든? 그런데 마침 연호는 오늘 당번이니까 교실에 있어야 하잖아. 내가 보기엔 너랑 병아리가 좀 떨어져 있는 시간이 필요할 것 같아. 너도 그렇지. 너무 그렇게 받아주기만 하니까 병아리 집착이 더 심해지는 거 아니야?
It doesn't sound like a bad idea. Yeah, okay. Alright. I may have babied him too much, as Soy said. He is cute, but he's not really a little child. I might have been fooling myself.
좋아. 그럼 이 소희님께서 아이디어를 냈으니 너도 뭔가 한 가지는 해줘야겠지?
Fine, I'll get you some cake. What are you up to now?
네가 아이스 왕자 좀 꼬셔봐. 짜증나긴 하지만 란스는 머리가 좋잖아? 같이 스터디 하자고 해봐, 어?
No. I don't want to hang around with him. Me? Lance? I don't think he'll agree. As usual, he exuded coldness.
걱정하지 마, 친구. 분명 널 미끼로 쓰면... 아니, 아니고 네가 부탁하면 아이스 왕자가 올 거야.
I have no idea why she's so sure about that. I awkwardly turn around and face Lance. I could hear Soy whispering, telling me to approach him and ask him to join. Alright, I'm going. Hey, Lance, look at that. How about it? Is he going to say no?
가끔 당신이 무슨 생각을 하는지 궁금할 때가 있는데 바로 지금이 그렇습니다.
There's a weirdly weird accent grave here that shouldn't be there. Oh, so sorry. I got nervous, so I didn't say it properly.
제 앞에서 긴장까지 할 일이라면 예감이 안 좋군요. 혹시 그 음탕한 음악 선생한테 무언가를 부탁받은 건 아니겠죠?
I want to wonder why you're so obsessed with Yuri. Oh, it's nothing like that. Exams are coming up soon, so everyone's going to Banjul to study. I was wondering if you'd like to go.
멤버는 누굽니까?
Is he thinking about going? Huh? Me, you, Soy, Shinbi.
그 멤버로 잘도 스터디를 하겠군요. 사양합니다. 당신 혼자면 몰라도 다른 여자 둘까지 가르치는 건 불편하군요.
Wait, Lance, don't be so cold and help us. Ignoring my plea, Lance left the classroom. Is Yeonho taking a dump? He's sure taking his while. I knew this would happen. I clickily turned around and sat on my desk. Strangely enough, the background turned black for a second.
저기요.
Hmm?
괜찮다면 저도 가면 안 될까요?
When did he come back? The chick has turned into a ninja. He must have heard everything we said.
스터디요. 제가 도움이 될지는 모르겠지만 그래도 한 명이라도 더 있는 게 낫지 않을까요?
Yeonho.
하지만 병아리, 칠판을 봐.
Shinbi pointed at the blackboard. Today's cleaning duty, Yeonho, was written on the corner. In the corner. Sorry, Yeonho. I would have waited, but since I'm with Sai and Shinbi too, I'll have to go. I remembered what Sai and Shinbi pointed out earlier, so I was a bit more adamant about refusing. It didn't feel good, but I thought it best for Yeonho, so I didn't give in. Yes, this might be a good chance. It'll be better for Yeonho to spend some time by himself.
빨리 안 나오고 거기서 뭐해? 요즘 반주는 손님으로 바글바글하단 말이야. 감히 내 꽃돌이들을. 어서 가서 시온이랑 태희 선배 얼굴을... 아니, 공부해야지.
Actually, that sounded like not soy, so maybe there's a mistake in the naming here. Yeah, alright. I'm going, Yeonho. Sorry. Let's go together next time. Yeonho still didn't say anything. That bothered me, so I thought of turning back, but I didn't. Yeonho will be fine. Probably.